Okay, you look a little bit like a snowman, but
I look like a snowman.
yeah, it's all right, I guess. So, Michael,
Hello.
pleased to meet you, Michael. My name is Dmitry. Michael, tell me. Well, you're German, so it's probably I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Can I call you Michael, right?
Michael, yes.
Michael, tell me about your project. What does it do?
This is a search engine software. You can install it on your own computer.
How
It's
do you?
not a search portal, it's on your computer.
I will interrupt you for a second. How do you actually pronounce it?
I say YaCy.
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 YaCy. Okay. So this is a search engine, right? Tell me a little bit. How does it work?
So you are used to search portals which do other people. Now you can do it yourself. It's your search portal is running on your computer. You can get data on your computer by doing a web crawl. That means loading many documents and parsing them and indexing them, and then you have a search portal which looks like search portals look. But your computer and your software on your computer connects with the YaCy peers on other computers, and they create a large-scale search engine network. So if you search on your computer, all the other computers contribute as well, and so you have instantly, from the beginning after you install YaCy, you have a nice search index which is able to answer most of your search queries. But of course, only data is inside the search engine which any people had put inside. So it doesn't include anything you are used to from search engines. It includes only things other people put into their own search engines.
Trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand it, and I'm right now. I think I'm failing it right now.
No,
Okay.
It has a very strong impact on the behavior of search engine, on the content, because this is censoring resistant. There's no central. Every user is as central as every other one, and no one can take out the content from the search engine because there's no central. They had to access all the users' computers to take out information. So this is censoring resistant.
Okay. Sounds a bit like a Bitcoin. You're familiar with a Bitcoin?
Yes, a little bit. I don't think it's so comparable. It's more, you can imagine it like file sharing. When you do file sharing, then many people share fragments of a file. And in the YaCy you share a fragment of a search index. And to have the search index distributed, every peer puts fragments of the search index to other computers.
So basically, one search will be served from many different computers at the same time.
Yes, if you do one search on your peer, then a lot of other peers are accessed, but there is a rule to do this in an efficient way. It's a distributed hash table where the documents and the words are distributed to specific points in the network where they are expected when the search is done.
What happens if I start to search for something that I've never searched before, or no one, for that matter, has ever searched before?
If this word doesn't exist in the search network, then there's no search engine.
It will just come up with no result.
Yes. And if it's so strange that actually never anybody has put it inside, then it's on you to put it inside. So this is the
Fair
beginning
enough.
of having the wiki principle in search engines. This is a community of people creating their own search engine.
What about things as CPU usage? Like, I mean, okay, let's say I install this application on my computer.
Yes.
Okay, let's say, do I have to the client itself? Does it what protocol does it use? Is it using its own brand new protocol, or is it using HTTP protocol?
It's all using HTTP. If you start YaCy on your computer, then it actually starts a web server, and that web server is your infrastructure for web search. Web search should be done in a web browser. So the only web the only server protocol which is implemented is HTTP. But of course, between the peers, there's a specific communication with XML files and text files and so on. And this is all open. You can look into the code and see what is happening. It's partly documented. It's not completely documented, but the code is the documentation.
All right. So, in other words, it introduces now server client client side, if I can say so. On the side of the user, you will have to have both a server and a client software in order for this thing to work properly.
No, it's only one software and it's a server integrated. And the client for the search is your web browser.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. That I realized that my mistake was just I couldn't. So basically, you will be, if you want to support your project. If I personally want to support your project, I would have to install a server on my machine that would have to be running 24/7 or whenever my machine is up.
Yes, you support the YaCy network by running a peer. You support the content of the search. Somebody must put in content by running your own web crawl. That means you influence the whole network with your opinion what's important. So this is about contributing to everybody. And it needs resources for this. It needs some space on the disk and it needs some RAM. And it uses your CPU. But it depends on the number of documents you put inside. And you can scale it very high. You can have millions of documents inside. And you need some gigabytes of disk space, but some gigabytes of disk space is not that much anymore. It's like an HD movie file for 1 million documents, so this is not very costly.
Well, about the scalability, let's imagine your project is really popular and millions of people use it. Okay, I'm just curious. You reckon this will be able to handle all the requests, let's say millions of requests a second?
If the network scales with the number of users, then there shouldn't be a problem. If you search in a network that is scaled that high, then there are only as many requests to peers as people are there. But if the number of people and the number of peers is high, then it's not more than if you would search on your own peer only.
So another
that the YaCy network is capable of serving about 1,000 people per peer. So that means not everybody. If you have 1 million people using the search, then you would maybe need 1,000 computers. So I think more computers means better scaling, not worse.
Okay. That's very interesting. Is this system fully decentralized, or there is some authority of some kind?
There's no authority.
No authority. Fully decentralized.
There's no central, and there is no. There's not even a kind of organization level. So there is a. If you start YaCy, it's a bootstrap mechanism which takes a list of peers which is known, and it becomes your own list of peers which grows as the network grows. And everybody is able to upload this kind of list somewhere, which becomes a seed list again for other people who want to start a network. But there's no organization level. It's completely decentralized. And it's running on this network. This laptop, and it's as central as every other laptop.
All right.
There's no organization.
You mentioned the whole thing is using HTTP protocol, right?
Yes.
What about HTTPS? I mean, if it's HTTP, it's not obviously it's not a protected protocol. What goes on if I'm man in the middle attacked?
HTTPS is an option you can click it on. It's not on by default. I don't know exactly why, but it's we implemented HTTPS as well. You can switch it on.
So it is pretty secure. All right, that's very interesting. What platforms does it run?
Pardon?
On what platforms does this server run?
This is Java software. It runs on all platforms. It runs on Windows, on Linux, on macOS. And it's easy to install.
What about
If you want to
Android?
install it and you don't know what you're doing, then you are finished in 3 minutes and it's running.
Okay.
Some time ago it said you're ready in 5 minutes, and all the people said, "Oh, you are lying. I was ready in 3 minutes." So just give it a try. It's easy.
Fair enough. I can't think of any good question anymore, I think. You pretty much answered any... okay, I'll be
I'll
honest.
tell you one more thing. If you can also switch off the peer-to-peer network, what would it mean to switch off the peer-to-peer network? And you're all alone, and you have full privacy. If you're running your own search engine on your own computer and doing your own searches on your own computer, nobody is listening to what you are doing. So this is good if you do a portal search. You can have your own interest group and put in all the information about it. You can use it for your company. You can put this search engine into your company and have an index for your company data. So this is other kind of use cases.
I think it's much closer to the Bitcoin than you realize. Maybe you don't know enough about Bitcoin, but from my I'm a bit familiar with Bitcoin's idea, and what you tell me sounds a lot like Bitcoin, to be honest. I don't know if you know this thing about Bitcoins is like in order for the whole Bitcoin network to be compromised, over 50% of all peers have to be compromised, which under current circumstances is not possible really.
Yeah, I know.
Bitcoin, not in detail. I know it, but I can't tell anything about the protocol and how it works and how it is related to the same architecture as YaCy. I don't think there's the same architecture.
Not the same.
There's a kind of similar thinking about it.
Yeah.
But there shouldn't be any similarity in technology.
Okay. All right. Well, I will finish here, I believe.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That was very interesting.